Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is WrestleChumps. I am your host, This Barry, here with...
Billy Bob Tanley, yeah.
Yeah, we have went through so many things to get this podcast going. We've had so many screw-ups. We did a whole segment just a second ago. Went straight to crap.
Internet in the world.
Yeah, so it went straight to crap. Went straight to crap. So we're doing this again. And I'm talking about Matt Riddle. I didn't get to say much about the guy on the last podcast, and it's because I didn't know anything about him tweeting to Goldberg and all that stuff. So I've looked him up. I've got him pulled up right here on Wiki. So we're going to read a little bit about him, and I'm going to give my opinion about the situation. This may not be the longest podcast. It's kind of a short burst podcast, but it is going to be my opinion about the Goldberg Matt Riddle thing and what I believe about it. Let's see here. First and foremost, yeah, the little scrawny guy that doesn't wear any shoes you were talking about.
Yeah, in professional wrestling.
Well, here's the thing. I got him pulled up right here on Wiki. Says he was a mixed martial artist. He performed in Ultimate, I think it says, where is it, appearing on Spike TV's The Ultimate Fighter 7. He got kicked out for smoking marijuana. Good job on that one.
That shit.
Something I gotta acknowledge right now. He's an NXT star. He's not even main roster right now. He's an up and comer.
When he goes to the main roster, they're gonna bury his ass.
If he does that kind of stuff to the main stars, yeah.
That's what happens.
He's 33 years old, so he's still a little young. Compared to some of these guys in the business. But here's the thing. Going to get into this crap again. We're back on here again. That other podcast that we did that no one is going to get to see got lost. BPT's audio just cut out. So here's what I've got. We'll see if it can be saved. But here's what I got to say. Here's what I got to say about Matt Riddle. Number one, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the whole him not wearing shoes thing, acting like WWE's UFC. There is a lot of people that believe that, oh, well, if I come in here and I did UFC, that makes me a badass to the industry. I can come in here and take over the ring.
On the bad wagon right away. Oh, yeah! That's how they do it.
You got to get that wanking pose in here at least once, dog.
That's the smarts. That means smarts. That's what they do for you.
You sure like to do it a lot, BBT.
And they get mad at, people that, get mad at fucking Matt Riddle.
Well, here's the thing. It ain't UFC. This is wrestling. Okay? It's not, you're not bringing no legitimacy back to the business. As a matter of fact, somebody already did that. His name was Brock Lesnar, and he was a champion in UFC. And guess what? He wears shoes. He don't come in there and act like the whole frickin' ring is a UFC arena at all times. Not to mention Ken Shamrock. He already did this. This gimmick's already been taken, buddy. You ain't the UFC guy.
Yeah, it's not a real fight. It's scripted shit in the ring, athleticism. And you come there with no shoes on makes it more kind of...
Well, I'm just saying, before you get ahead of yourself, and if this guy thinks that this makes him a badder guy for doing that first, it don't. Welcome to the WWE, where things are judged more based on what you actually can do in the ring, on the microphone and in the ring, and not just doing flippy dippy dupes and some leg locks and shit.
I think a lot of kicks too, though, and
well, there's a lot more to wrestling than that. There's a lot more to being a success than that. And here's the thing. I don't know what his problem is with Goldberg. I don't know if Goldberg said something to him or rubbed him the wrong way or what happened.
Goldberg probably turned him down when he asked him out on a date. Goldberg's like, no, man, I got one. I got wife.
It's a strong possibility. But here's what I do know. Just because Goldberg and I...
I'm not going to say no, because I know it's possible. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I will acknowledge Goldberg's... He's a drag queen. What?
That's what Matt Riddle looks like.
Well, I'm going to acknowledge right now that Goldberg's not the greatest wrestler. So before anybody thinks I'm defending Goldberg's wrestling abilities, I absolutely am not. He is an attraction. He's an attraction in the ring. He comes in there, he's big, he's strong, he does a few moves, squash matches, and everybody gets a good pop. That's all there is to it. He's entertaining to look at and watching the ring do some spears. He ain't going to go out there and do no kicks and flips or whatever.
Looks like an action person or comic book person come to life, something you see in Hollywood. Like, damn, he looks like he could kick somebody's ass. And Matt Riddle, on the other hand, looks like he want to spank your ass and do some other things with it. No, thank you. I don't want to see that type of stuff in professional wrestling. It isn't about tough guys. Then people's going to get mad at me. Oh, you like the big sweaty men. Well, you like the little short sweaty men, man. The little midgets and shit. No difference because wrestling is...
I don't have a bias on any of them. Guys like CM Punk are one hell of an he's one hell of an athlete and he's one hell of a mic talker. But that's the thing. Yeah. Goldberg has what sells him. And if Goldberg if he walks into the ring and sits down in the middle of the ring and takes a shit for 2 hours, people are probably going to buy more tickets to see that than they're going to pay for this Matt Riddle guy to come in here.
I take a shit in the ring? Hell no. Well, actually, that would get a lot of attention, but people are like, what the hell?
Probably. It's going to sell. It's going to sell some tickets. But yeah, there you go. I can't wait for that event. Goldberg comes into the ring and takes a big shit right here on Monday Night Raw. He's heavily constipated, so it's going to be a 3-hour event.
Yeah, he does look constipated sometimes.
Well, anyway, this is what's going on. But the point being, that would probably sell more tickets than this guy. If this guy's got a jealousy issue going on, like I was saying in that previous podcast, you have got to earn your way. You got to get what you're worth. You haven't gotten shit yet. Whining and complaining about people on the internet's not going to get you anything. You want something? Go earn it. Quit getting on the internet trying to get the attention of the big guys.
He's jealous. He's got a jealous bone. He got a big jealous bone in his belly.
In his belly?
He sucks.
Got a jealous bone in his belly. If you had said pants, at least then there would have been some sense to that.
I don't know if he has a bone. I don't know. He's got a jealous bone. And the Sparks will defend this guy to the bitter end. Hey, he's right about what he said. Goldberg is too old. He's Oldberg. Screw all these old-timers. They're taking up Matt Riddle's TV time.
Well, I don't care about Matt Riddle.
I really hate these damn certain wrestling fans today, these smarts. They're ruining professional wrestling. Everything is being catered to smarts. Half-naked men doing flips and kicks that look like 5 foot and look like, they couldn't kick a man's ass. They look like they went a man's ass. If I see a guy on the street like that, like whatever, some of these wrestlers, I got some of their names, I'm not going to say, wow, they look intimidating. I probably wouldn't know who they were. Goldberg, I'd be looking, holy shit, it's Goldberg! Ah! You see the difference there?
Okay. I see the difference with you. Maybe not everyone will think that, but I see the difference with you and your reaction to that situation.
Goldberg, you be thinking, no, my God, it's Goldberg. But he saw Matt Riddle. Oh. Okay, on to whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, well, when it comes down to Goldberg...
And Tim Balor, too, another example. I hate him, too. Matt Riddle's becoming number 2.
When it comes down to Goldberg, the guy's a big guy. He's an attraction in the ring. That's what he's meant to be. I just think when it comes down to this Matt Riddle guy, he needs to earn his damn way and quit running his damn mouth. That's what I got to say. It's disrespectful to yourself.
Because it's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful to himself, and it's disrespectful to the guys around him in the locker room, because the fact of the matter is he's in WWE right now. When he's bashing Goldberg, he's hurting his own company, his own workplace, all right? They're trying to sell tickets for this guy. When you're over here putting him down constantly and saying he's crap, where do you think you work? When it don't make money, you don't make money, buddy. You need to get your poopy pants in order, calm the hell down, and realize who you're working for. I get it. I wouldn't like everybody back there either. But I wouldn't come up in my business with people that I'm working with and say they're crap while I'm working with them. Okay? I wouldn't bring heat down on my own company that I'm working for. That's just bullshit. You're employed by them.
I think he called out Brock Lesnar too once, saying he's going to beat him.
If that's the case, he's just trying to get some spotlight. He's trying to get some attention. I just know there was some girl doing that with Mick Foley in NXT. I think it was NXT. I don't even remember who she was. But, yeah, there was some girl trying to get spotlight too, using Mick Foley as leverage. And I'm not saying they're not good wrestlers, but do your own thing. Quit trying to make history on Twitter. Get in the damn ring and do it in there.
Goldberg did block that Matt Riddle when he was putting those first posts. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Boy, Goldberg blocked you.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. You want to know what's going on? I'll tell you. I'm kind of going to contradict myself on this one, but it kind of is true. These people are turning to Twitter because Vince won't give them no airtime on the microphone. They think that since they can't get in the ring and talk on the mic, then they're going to do it on Twitter, and they're going to call out whoever they want. They're going to call out whoever they want. Oh, who's the biggest star? Goldberg. That's who I'm going to try and challenge. Come on. Do you really think you're worth Goldberg? Like, really? You know, like, that shit takes some time to earn. And
these damn young wrestlers that can't draw a dime, and somebody, like a big legend comes out, oh, he's taking away my TV time because people pay more to see me.
Do they, though?
No.
That's the thing. Dwayne Johnson comes in there. He just farts in the ring for a half a second and leaves, and there's all your tickets. You got no empty seats in the arena. Some guy like Matt Riddle comes in there and flips, and it's an empty fucking arena. Like, I don't care. I don't care that you
go to the main roster, and I hope he gets buried. Yeah.
Here's what I was saying.
I hope he gets buried. Yeah.
He probably will at some point. But here's what I was saying about hard workers. We was talking about on the other podcast. I don't care. They always bring up how hard they work. I don't care. If that's the case, my grandfather should have been WWE champion. He is a hard worker. But you know what? My grandfather couldn't talk on a microphone, and he wasn't a great wrestler. Being a hard worker don't give you things. It don't. If that's the case, thousands of Americans out there working their ass off should be the CEOs of their company. But that ain't how the world works.
That's smart logic. But he works really hard and he shows up to work every day.
Who gives a shit?
It's your fucking job.
If I went to Disney and I was an artist and I was drawing stick figures, but I was sitting there drawing them for, let's say, 2 weeks straight and didn't go to sleep one time, do I deserve a promotion because my stick figures were harder work done than the rest of the shit? No.
I don't want to hear it.
That's not how it works. Quit it. Quit what the fuck.
They have no fucking brains, man. It's about his technical work rates. He has a lot of flips and kicks. He put on the best matches ever. Like your boring attitude era guys, they couldn't draw nothing. That's why they are.
Does people actually say that the boring attitude era? Does people actually say that the attitude era didn't draw anything?
Well, pretty much. They say stop living in the past and move on.
I'm trying to move on. Right now, I'm trying to move on to the future and give these guys a shot.
It sucks so bad. The past is what was great. I know a lot of old people say, well, back in my day, wrestling was great. No, it's not about wrestling was really that great back then. And today sucks. Just watch the action era. But these no neckbeard mango.
There was some stupid stuff back in the Attitude Era. Not everything was perfect. But, I mean, it seems like today it's just dull. Like, there's a difference between some shitty events in the Attitude Era versus it just being so boring, I don't even want to tune in anymore. I don't even watch shit.
Shaking his ass. I didn't like when Triple H was doing that thing with the dead body. I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, the dead body thing went a little bit far. A lot of people did like that. They found it entertaining. They were a little hardcore for thinking that was entertaining, but I mean, that's their thing.
Everybody would get offended seeing it, but I think some people would actually think it's better than what they put out. It made no sense, no. And then, I don't know.
I'm getting mad at guys like Matt Riddle because they don't understand why Goldberg's a draw. They don't think he deserves it because he can't wrestle. They don't know why a guy like that could draw. They don't understand that. That doesn't comply with how they do things, so they just say that doesn't work.
You know what that's not how looks like? He looks like a walking penis wearing a big long wig. That's what he looks like. He looks like, if you look like he smells terrible, or like a penis.
I've got him pulled up right here on Wiki.
Shoes, no shirt, no problem. Bullshit. That is a huge problem. He's almost completely naked. Wrestling's dead. Not as it is. We don't need wrestlers with less clothing. I like it when they got longer tights on and shit.
Well, here's my thing about that. It's a wrestling business. You should be wearing some knee pads and elbow pads because if not, you're more prone to injury. And guess what? You do flips. You do jumping in the air all the time. You're doing body slams. If you ain't got no wrestling gear on, you're going to get injured, and that's a liability. You become a problem for the WWE. They have to take care of your sorry ass because you won't do it yourself. That's
You
a
didn't watch
problem.
his video talking bad about Goldberg. I didn't watch it either, but he was saying a bunch of stuff in a little Twitter video. I think he deleted it. I'm not sure, but he hadn't. I think he had no shirt on when he recorded it too, in his house or whatever, or somewhere.
He just needs to earn his way. He needs to quit trying to force his way in by acknowledging big guys and saying I'm better than him. That ain't going to get you nothing, by the way. You do something in the ring and we'll talk.
He's kissed Undertaker's ass because Undertaker wouldn't put up with that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure Vince was actually mad at Goldberg, so maybe that's why Vince hasn't fired this asshat for what he said about his own company, about the people in his own business. But, whatever. It's not
Goldberg
UFC,
took
buddy.
The paycheck. He was retired. You come to Saudi Arabia, wrestle for like $2 million, whatever, in that hot weather.
They just need to understand it's not UFC. This is a scripted show. You going on Twitter and pissing everybody off, that doesn't benefit anything other than getting your sorry ass in the news for a few days and getting guys like me and Billy over here talking about you for a day.
Yeah.
That's right, 5 seconds of fame, buddy. Take it. Enjoy it.
Dude, I told you Green Psycho made a video. It's got a lot of likes, but there's quite a few dislikes too, and people defending this guy, what he said. Well, he's not wrong what he said and stuff like that, and he's providing for his family. He's a great worker and all this. I hate sports.
I'm not saying
wrestling. My Little Pony brony guys are jerking off to these half-naked men. It's not the same. They're not there to see tough guys. They're there to see flips and kicks and sucking dicks.
Well, are they though? That's the thing. Does that actually sell tickets if they go there to see these flips and kicks? Is tickets actually being sold while they're looking at that shit? Well, if money ain't being made, nobody cares. This is a business. If you can't afford what the hell you're doing, then you can't do it. There's bills to pay, guys.
I don't hate indie wrestlers. I don't hate them, but that's all it's full of today. Too much indie wrestling. How about just tough guys that go in there, tell us stories, suspend our disbelief, and kick ass and take names and have a look to them great mic skills?
You know who he kind of reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Edge, a younger Edge to some extent. Like, I know you don't want to hear that because you love Edge. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think Edge's probably better on the mic. I've not seen this guy on the mic, so I can't judge him, but
this
probably was.
Being a pretty boy and stuff, and he probably likes the other team.
Does facial hair make you more of a man, Billy? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That looks like a drag queen. He needs facial hair. He just cut his hair and wears shoes. At least put on.
You have an issue with people that don't wear shoes.
On screen, and he's doing these poses. I can't do his pose, but it's like he gets the ring. I don't know. There's a picture on there. You'll know.
Let me see if I can find. I'm on his wiki page. Hold on. Let me see if I can find.
I sent you that picture
of his pose.
Damn it.
I have an idea. I will just go here. I'll go into Google Images. And you said that's what his main taunt is what you're saying? That's his main taunt?
It looked like his entrance when he was coming out. It looked like he was getting in the ring, doing that.
Oh.
It just looks terrible. Man.
I just went and typed in Tom Riddle. Pretty sure that's a dude from Harry Potter.
It's Matt Riddle. That's an intimidating
damn name.
Matt Riddle.
All right, I see him doing this. Is this his pose? Is that his pose?
He gets on his knee too. Like there's a picture. I don't know. It's terrible.
It looks like he's wearing a jogging suit here in this picture, where he's on his knee.
Yeah, that's gonna sell a lot of tickets. Put many asses in a seat. No, it's about his technical walkwear.
He looks kind of like a punk. He just looks like a punk.
Ass bitch.
Well, sometimes being a punk can be good for get you some heel heat, but is he a heel?
Look like he could kick a man's ass. He should be surfboarding, smoking whatever he smokes, that weed. It's bad, man. Drink beer.
I hate to typecast him. Well, he kind of looks like a surfer. He kind of looks like a surfer kind of guy from what I'm looking at here. Yeah.
But his face, his actual face looks like a drag queen. It makes you want to punch it. It's not cool. He's not intimidating looking to talk shit about Goldberg.
I don't care if he's a drag queen. I don't care what he's doing. I just think he needs to earn his keep and quit talking about people all the time.
Professional wrestling, because I came on tough guys kick ass, not men. No offense to those, but I'm not there to see that. I want to see men kicking ass and taking names. And I love.
I mean, no, I don't want to. I don't want to see somebody humping somebody in the ring if that's what you're saying. No, I don't. I don't pay for wrestling to watch that. I pay for wrestling for good wrestling.
If y'all like that kind of thing, people go watch porn. That's all.
But I don't think that's what's going on here. I like I said, I don't think that's what's going on here. But aside from that, I just personally, when it comes down to the look, he just doesn't look all that.
Work rate. They like him. Well, they like that he's wearing less clothing, no shoes. They probably got a foot fetish for him. Damn assholes.
Well, I think I'm done looking at pictures of him though, because I just feel I feel real weird at this point. I'm getting a little too far down here looking at pictures of this guy. I mean, wrestlers don't wear many clothes as it is. So this one in particular don't even have ring gear, so I feel a little funky looking at him.
Yeah, God, Finn Balor's a little bit worse though. You can see his junk right through his tights and.
So I just think these indie people. What was that girl's name that was causing? She had a problem with, or she was pretending to have a problem with Mick Foley. It was a storyline. She was trying to cut a promo.
Was it?
No, oh. I remembered her name for a short bit because she was posting on Twitter all the time, but now I don't remember. Let me see here.
Bailey, was it? I don't remember. There's so many divas in there, and I'm going to say divas, women's wrestlers. So get mad all you want.
Okay, here's her name. I looked up McFoley feud, Twitter McFoley feud. Her name was Ray Ripley, and I think she's NXT. Might be NXT.
I don't know who that is.
Well, she was having a work gimmick kind of thing, a feud with Mick Foley on Twitter. It didn't last very long, but I just noticed a lot of these indie guys, they'll try to spot out big guys and kind of start a Twitter feud since Vince won't let them get on the mic. But here's the thing. This is true now. I'm all about that creative freedom, but you can't have wrestlers, even if you did give them the mic and say what you want, you can't have wrestlers calling out the big guys every single time. You have to know where you stand on the card, and you can't keep saying, I want to go for the big guy. Everybody wants to go for the big guy. They all want to be the champion, but you can't just do that. Like, you got to earn your way to the big guy. You want a match with the big guy, don't come out there and try to just get yourself the match. Oh, if I call out Brock Lesnar, I'll be at WrestleMania. No, it don't work like that. But you got to earn your way up the card. So all these indie people trying to start off feuding with the big dudes, the legends, and shit on Twitter, they're trying to get themselves main event status, and hopefully they'll get a name through social media and get somewhere in the actual
no real stars
event
anymore, man. They go after
I agree with creative freedom is needed, but even if you do, I think there needs to be some rules, and one of the rules would be you don't talk about people outside of your league. Here's the mid-carders. Here's who you can talk about. Big list of people. Here's the storyline you're cutting. Talk about them. Don't try to cut a promo on these big guys and put yourself in the main event. Because if that's the case, everybody's going to do it. And maybe someday you'll make your way up, but you gotta earn that. You gotta earn your way. And Matt Riddle's over here trying to think about it. You said he tried to get a hold of Brock Lesnar. He didn't like him, which I agree. Brock Lesnar's doing some shitty stuff lately. I talked about in the former podcast. But he's trying to get a hold of Brock Lesnar, trying to get a hold of Goldberg, trying to, get a feud started with him. What do you think that's about? Next thing you know, it'll be Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson comes back, does a quick appearance, or Stone Cold or something. He'll be trying to start something with them because they're the top guys. He wants the top guys.
Hey, you're funny. That would be Rock's response.
Yeah, he just kind of laughed him off. He wouldn't even think twice about it.
I'm too busy in Hollywood making movies. You have fun being half naked, rubbing against other men.
What do you think about the possibility, even though he's not in the league, what do you think about the possibility someday of a Roman Reigns versus Dwayne Johnson match?
Everybody's going to cheer The Rock and don't give a shit about Roman Reigns.
It wouldn't work out. But I mean, I think people would like to see it regardless. But in a way, it wouldn't be passing the torch. It would kind of,
it can work in one way if you make Rock a pure asshole. That's the only way. And don't let him read off a script.
Take the script away. See what he's got without the script is what I say.
Insult Rock and everything and just come out there, smoke a cigarette, and say, I don't give a damn about The Rock.
I don't know if they'd allow a cigarette on TV or not, but I mean, yeah.
They was doing that with R-Truth a long time ago, and then they took that gimmick away from him because it was too offensive in the PG era.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I always said in my streams. I'd always say in my streams that it's kind of hard to be an attitude era, even if you want to be in today's era of life, I guess you can say.
PC and PG.
It's a little tough to be any kind of attitude era in this current world. I just don't know if they can pull that off.
Well, AEW's going to try.
They're going to try. We'll see if they succeed. By the way, we don't have topics and stuff above us. This is an off-cuff, just kind of, we're just shooting shit here on podcast, talking about wrestling. Yeah, this is mainly me talking about Matt Riddle and indie guys and things of the sort, and guys coming up from NXT. And a lot of people say they like NXT. A lot of people say they liked what Triple H started there,
but I don't care. Why should I get behind a guy?
It ain't for everybody.
If they're going to go to the main roster, buried, and most of the NXT guys, they all look the same. Mostly just little short 5-foot guys doing flips and kicks. Sometimes you'll get one big guy, but he can't fucking do anything right. Can't talk on the mic, and he's boring.
Do you remember when WWE, this was during the Attitude Era, or not Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, they had
some Ruthless Aggressions.
Well, they had that velocity and heat. That's kind of what NXT reminds me of a little bit. Like, it's kind of like that's where the lesser matches happen.
I actually watched that a few times.
Yeah, that's what this... I don't know if it was made for the same reason for developing wrestlers or not, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, it's a little lesser unknown people that are trying to make a name for themselves. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But either way, the show's called NXT Next. You're up next for a reason.
Like a banana-flavored logo. Crazy about that.
I'm sure it can have some good matches, but I mean, I'm not gonna jump on board with a show that's all about training guys.
I did see some different. They did have some great matches and all, but there's really no build up to them. I think Cesaro was in there with somebody. I can't remember who it was. And damn, that's a great match. Triple H.
I can't say if it's a good show. I've not actually watched it. All I can say is it's not. Well, that's a good point. Is I've not actually watched it. Why would I go watch a training show, like a show about training wrestlers? Some people like that. I just personally, I want to watch wrestling. I want to watch WWE. I want to watch the main event. I don't want to watch somebody learning how to do it.
I know this is off topic. We're always blaming Vince for everything, but then people are getting on saying, and other people are saying, well, don't just blame Vince. Triple H is the one bringing in all these indie guys. So,
yeah, that's another thing I didn't talk about in the last podcast is I had heard that, actually I heard from John Moxley who said that he was buying, I think it was Moxley that said he was buying up indie people, like taking pictures with indie guys and stuff. Triple H taking pictures to kind of look like, hey, look, I give to the little guy too. That's the voice of Triple H, by the way. But like he's trying to, almost like he's doing charity. Like he's looking at doing this in some ways with the big. That's how a lot of people are looking at it. I'm not saying it's true. A lot of people are looking at it like he thinks he's doing charity by doing this stuff. It's kind of weird in that way.
NXT is Triple H's show. He runs it.
Well, I'm on board with NXT building wrestlers. I think that's a good idea. I just think that
personalities and.
Before you put them in the main event, they need to prove that they got a personality and everything. I don't care if you can get in there and work hard and flip. I want to know that you got the whole damn shebang. Like I said in my previous podcast, rules.
I'll show you. I can do a flip and a kick right now.
Oh, go ahead. Get up there, Billy. Come on. Get on. You got that bed back there. Do you flip right there?
I might not do a flip, but I might do a kick.
He's got to get up there. Do flip for us. Come on.
That's how they kick.
We're not bringing him over to the main roster. Come on, get the flip going on.
Yeah,
Can't hear me.
Flips and kicks.
Of all that stuff, you forgot to flip. You forgot to do anything.
It just wasn't 100% flip.
I got news for you. You didn't make it in NXT. You didn't qualify.
That's why I will be an ECW wrestling kendo stick right here.
That's a back scratcher, Billy.
Yeah, I know, but it could still work for ECW.
ECW would probably use it, yeah. If I would have stuck it up somebody's ass. So, yeah, there you go.
I bought this for Halloween. Remember that. It's my king scepter.
Sure you didn't buy it as a ball scratcher? Is that what it looks like to me?
You don't. You use it on your back.
Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining that one. Anyway, BBT and his ball scratcher. You're perfect for NXT. They need to bring you in there with your ball scratcher. Ball scratching Billy. You can come out there with your damn thing in your beer bottle.
I'm a Tommy Dreamer or a Sandman.
But there ain't no ECW, so...
I think Tommy Dreamer was at AEW.
He's still going? Tommy Dreamer's still going?
I think he was at AEW. He just didn't. The spotlight just wasn't on him.
I'm not making fun of the guy, okay?
He's
Good
a
wrestling,
family
but
guy. He looks like
last I seen him, he was losing some hair.
Well, yeah, y'all. That's gonna happen with age, man.
Is it worse now? I ain't seen him in years. Is it worse now?
Well, he should.
Is he bald? At this point, he's probably just bald. Let me look him up.
Hey, Rob Van Dam would be good for AEW.
I wouldn't bring up the hair thing if it wasn't for the name Dreamer. It's just his gimmick from a while ago is that he's like this hot guy. So I just always found that ironic. No offense to Dreamer, I just found it ironic. I could go bald tomorrow. I'm not making fun of the guy. I would never have the gimmick as a beautiful guy because you never know what age is going to bring to you.
It's just age, man. Inside your legacy, I don't know. Why are we talking about bald?
Lord knows he ain't as handsome as that Sandman. Whew, hottie right there.
Sandman's ugly as fuck.
What happened to this? Is he still going too? Is Sandman still going too? I'm sitting here looking it up right now.
He's probably getting arrested right now. Who knows?
Dreamer's he's got a little hair missing up at the top from what I'm seeing on his picture. But aside from that,
get some hair plugs. You can afford it with your retirement money.
Just gonna get some Rogaine. He'll be all right.
I don't understand these wrestlers that go completely gray, dye their beard or hair. They would look much younger, like Kevin Nash or Scott Hall especially. Why does the guy look all gray and shit? Now you're fucking
probably because it's. Man. Well, I mean, I get it is business. It is about being.
Much work.
It takes some time. I mean, you got to do it every single time. I'd say it gets annoying.
Just for men, hair color, man. It's a little brush in the model. You just go. Wait 10 minutes.
I'm sorry if I was.
Wash that shit up. Bam, you're young.
Oh, that's how it works, by the way. BB2's advice, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, you're young. No, if I was going bald and I was wrestling, I would just shave my damn head, man. I'd just say, screw it. By that time, I'm getting older anyway. Who gives a shit? So just be bald, man.
Stone Cold made it cool to be bald.
Yeah, and so did Dwayne Johnson. He's out there bald too. Austin was doing it before Rock, so he kind of copied Austin's idea on that one.
And Goldberg too.
And you gotta love Dwayne Johnson, man. His hairline started going up. He knew it was happening, and instead of just getting some hair plugs and shit, he just said screw it, and he looks great now. Look at Rock now. He looks great, bald. Matches him just fine.
Yeah, if you're bald, here's an idea: get in shape, man. Get in the best shape ever. You'll be all the women come after you. Some of the.
What do you think of Brock Lesnar going bald?
He's going bald?
No. I mean, what would you think about him going bald? I don't know if bald works with everybody. Some people might not have the face for it.
It'd be different because I'm used to that punk military cut he's got, you know. I don't know. He looks like an asshole because he is, but he's still awesome, kicking ass.
Yeah, that's the thing about Brock Lesnar, though. That sounds just like him. It's a perfect impression. You gotta get a little more Michael Jackson in there, though.
You can do it better than I can. You know how to do it. I can't.
I have never been able to do Brock Lesnar in my whole life. I do the worst Brock Lesnar, and you just find it entertaining. There's a difference there.
Something like that.
Brock Lesnar. I got it down pat there. It's perfect. Give me that microphone. I'm going to talk on the microphone. I will come in there and it's Suplex City, bitch.
That's why Paul Heyman talks.
That's the worst listener impression. We need a little more Michael Jackson in there. Suplex City, bitch. Now we're getting it. I love children.
Oh, no. As Brock Lesnar says that, he is gone. People will shit on him so much.
He's not going to say that.
Everybody's already sticking with that damn bass box. I don't even know.
They're going to have a documentary called Leaving Suplex City.
Leaving Suplex City.
That's going to be next time.
Brock Lesnar on DVD.
Leaving Suplex City. Oh, shit. So, yeah, that's all I really had to say about indie guys and all that stuff. They just need to earn their keep. They need to quit going on there and running their mouth. I admit Goldberg. I'm not saying that what he's saying about Goldberg's wrong. Goldberg can't wrestle. Goldberg probably shouldn't be in the ring more than 4 or 5 minutes. But just, you're working for the company, man. Quit running down your own business.
It's not about how great a wrestler. If you can draw ratings, fans putting asses in seats and look intimidating. Smash mouth action. Not a fucking flip. And a kick.
Yeah. It's a combination of things. I think, like I said, you got to be able to wrestle. It is one of the things, but obviously it's a wrestling company. But you got to be able to get yourself over on that microphone too. And a look does help. Having a look does help. You know, it does help, man.
Story. That's why Goldberg's matches are pretty much short, supposed to be. You know, because he was limited.
Yeah, you know, well, it should have been a short match regardless. So
like William
the fact that they ever planned it out. The fact that they planned it out for anything longer was a little crazy. Exposed who?
William Regal. You know, he had that match against Goldberg, and he had a match with Goldberg with gas. He couldn't fucking hang in there.
Well, no, he can't. He's a big son bitch, and he's not Brock Lesnar. He's one of the few who could do that at the time when he was younger.
When he was young, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not what Goldberg's meant to do. I know a long time ago, back in the 90s, Triple H actually got on there and he hated Goldberg. You remember that? What was it? Where they were doing the training thing? They had the up-and-coming wrestlers. Remember that, though, where they were doing the training thing and Triple H gave that speech and he found that Goldberg poster in somebody's room and he, got pissed off about it? It was actually a real thing. I forget what the name of it was. Austin hosted the show once. You remember what it's called?
Steve Austin Podcast? I don't know.
Austin... Tough Enough. Yes, that's the one. Well, anyway, they had a Tough Enough a long time ago, and Triple H, he pretty much explained what he thought of Goldberg in the past. Some people could say it was a work, whatever. It wasn't. I think that's genuinely what Triple H thought about Goldberg, and he never cared much for Goldberg. He thought he wasn't a real wrestler, and he was just kind of... And in some ways, that's true. Goldberg was given some opportunities he probably didn't deserve, but he still sold tickets. It don't matter. He sold tickets, man. He did good for the business.
WCW.
They shouldn't have run him too long.
Hulk Hogan. I know, man.
Should have been a monster. Should have stayed a monster. That's where they need to keep them guys. You need to know where they belong. Don't stick them in the ring too often. Let them be rare appearances. 1, 2, 3. End of story. When somebody does beat them, it's a spectacle.
And this Matt Riddle,
and they've earned their way.
Nobody needs to keep his mouth shut. He don't even go on Twitter. He's a professional wrestler. Okay,
he needs his hand smacked. If he don't get fired, he needs his hand smacked for what he said. Yeah, regardless, he's in the damn business. Keep your mouth shut. Respect your company. Respect, even if you don't like everything they do. Respect what the hell you're representing, man. Like I said, his paycheck comes from the company he's putting down.
Respect the fans too. Put on some fucking shows.
So getting enjoyment out of watching your own company do bad, that signs your paycheck, is just stupid. You should want the company to do good. You should want it to be better, and you should want to be better. It's stupid to be attacking your fellow man there. It's just ridiculous. I don't agree with it. Indie guy needs to earn his way.
All these little shits like you, Matt Riddle. Kind of name is that anyway.
And that's the thing. I know WWE ain't great, and if you don't like WWE and you don't like the wrestlers are promoting, go, leave, tell them you want out. That's all you got to do. Say, I don't want to be a part of this.
Not today. Vince is making sure to keep them locked in because he don't want them to go to a company called AEW. That's the thing now. They can't get fired even if they wanted to. That's the thing.
Hell, I'd take the fine, man. I'd take the damn fine. Well, I don't know. It depends on how big that fine is. I heard Stone Cold got fined like what? Austin wanted to fine him. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not shitting you. Not Austin, but Vince McMahon wanted to fine Austin like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if that's what he was going to fine Austin, I don't think these indie guys could afford the fine, honestly. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to say just get out of there. But with that said, maybe Matt Riddle wants to get fired. Looking at it all.
Yeah, think about it. The wrestlers are tweeting things to get fired at AEW and then deleting it real quick.
I mean, I don't like what Matt's saying if he's, wanting to be in the WWE, but looking at it from that perspective, it's probably the wrong way to go about it, but maybe it's the only way to go about it. I don't know. I hate to shift, gears here, but...
He just probably never liked Goldberg, and he just I can't stand this guy. I would have heard his fucking legacy as much as I can.
My advice to him would be, don't go with the UFC gimmick. Don't go with mixed martial arts. It's already been done. And done better, might I add. So don't do that. You're too small for that one. I don't mean small in size. I mean small in popularity. You're too small to be doing that. You didn't make it anywhere. You weren't a champion in UFC.
Matt Riddle, here's some real advice. Get on your surfboard, go surfing, smoke that crazy weedy one, and have fun with all the men. There you go.
My advice to him would be get some wrestling gear. Get you a new gimmick. Get to AEW and get on the microphone. And if you're good on the microphone, you'll stick around. If you're not, well, you get fired.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Help you, man. Just go on eBay, order you a pair of shoes and some socks, maybe. And,
BBT's just trying to help you after all the shit you said.
Go take some acting classes, and you're gold. And maybe quit looking like a drag queen. Put your hair, cut a little bit.
Maybe just stop looking like a drag queen. BBT's advice. Oh my God. What the hell?
Tall, though, I think. Isn't it? What's his height? Over mine.
He's just 6'2". He's just 6'2". He's about as tall as I am.
He just looks like a tall, skinny blonde girl man thing.
He ain't no Brock Lesnar. You know, Brock Lesnar's listed as 6'3", but when he gets in there, he's taller than Triple H, which is listed as 6'4". I don't know if it's his boots or what, but Lesnar usually looks taller than everybody when he gets in there. I mean, hell, they got Randy Orton listed as 6'4", and he looks taller than everybody in the back. Explain that. Like, yeah. I'm confused, man. Like, maybe they just got certain boots they wear or something. I don't have the insider's information on how that works. Well, I need to get me some of them boots, man. I could be 6'5". I'm going to look like badass.
Well, I don't have anything else to say about them. It sucks. Don't talk shit about wrestlers that's better than you.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, don't talk shit about the main eventers up there doing their jobs in Saudi Arabia, busting their ass. We respect hard workers, right? Well, Goldberg flew to Saudi Arabia. I mean, sure, they might have paid him money, but like I said, you couldn't pay me an amount of money. I said that in the previous podcast to go to Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia for no amount of money at all. So I'd say that's hard working.
They do have a contract with them. Like, I guess they got 17 more pay-per-views to go with Saudi Arabia.
No. I would not sign no contract. No Saudi. I would let them find me if it was in my contract. Sorry. If they snuck it in my contract somehow and I just didn't read over it good enough, or my lawyers didn't read over it good enough, I would just say, okay, sue me. Sue me. I ain't going to Saudi Arabia.
Paid the WWE the biggest amount of money they could ever. They accepted it.
That's the thing, though. If it's in their contract, how did Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan? Yeah, how'd they not do it? How'd they get out of it?
They didn't want to go. They did not want to go.
So they broke contract?
I don't know, but they did not want to go, so they stayed.
Well, clearly Vince was up for negotiation with some people because he let them not go, and as far as I'm concerned, he didn't fire them. Now, he might punish them. He might have already punished Kevin Owens, for all I know, Daniel Bryan.
He might punish him. He probably punished Kevin Owens. I don't know.
Yeah.
And his chicken. Daniel Bryan, I don't want to talk about him. He's a nice guy in real life, but he's a perfect example of these indie guys. Short, out of shape, belly flab, whatever the fuck that is.
Belly flab? Hell, I'm going to get in there and be an indie guy. I'm telling you, I got all the credentials, man. I'm going to get in there and be indie.
Yes, I hate that. It's not funny. It's not cool either.
Yes. What's he doing now? Commentary? Or is he actually wrestling now?
I don't know what he's doing now, but he's still on the show. I think he wrestles here and there.
Explain something to me while we're on here. Daniel Bryan got injured. And he retired. Because he got injured. So this retiring injury wasn't a serious injury after all. How'd that work? I don't know how that happens.
The doctors cleared him. Like a miracle happened. He wanted to come back and wrestle.
Damn, I need to get into the wrestling business. Whenever you get a permanent injury, it just goes away and then you go back to work. If only that happened in other companies.
You gotta go take some gymnastic classes first if you want to get wrestling. Just do that flip. If you could do that.
So it wasn't a permanent injury. Clearly, obviously, it wasn't a permanent injury.
His neck? I can't remember if it was his neck.
I don't know. I can't figure that one out. You get a retiring injury and you're just like, oh, by the way, I fixed it. Okay. Cool. Well, Edge needs to do that next.
I know he could come back if he wanted to, but fuck out of that business. He did not miss it. He just wanted to be far away as possible.
How could a guy who goes by the rated R superstar come back in a rated PG time?
Man, I hope he showed up.
Obviously, that's going to have some confliction there. What now?
He should go to AEW, Edge.
Yeah.
Make special
I
appearances.
think. Well, I hope AEW can do it. I hope they can pull this stuff off. But I say that a lot. Every time we bring up AEW, you hear me say, I hope. That's all I've got for them right now, honestly. That's all I've got.
They got to wait 20 years to get another pay-per-view show in the fall or deal with TNT.
Yeah. Right now, it is 6/12/2019. Yesterday was Tuesday. I did not do a stream. We got E3. It's a video game thing going on. And I have a bunch of crap I was doing on Tuesday. But maybe this podcast will make up for a little bit of that, too. Giving them a little extra something. Because I know I didn't give them no time. I usually do a live stream on my own channel. So hopefully this will give you something. Yeah, I figured I'd get on here. I had some things to say and talk about. And I figured since I went ahead and missed Tuesday, I would give them something right here on the podcast with me and Billy. I think they'll enjoy it. I mean, I know it ain't the greatest on the planet, but we're having fun with this stuff. We're having fun just ranting on this shit. And this Matt Riddle stuff, I started reading up on it, and I was just like, I want to talk about this right now. While I got the chance, I'm going to talk about this. Computer had to update for 10 hours. But
I'm going to say it. Matt Riddle sucks. I deal with smart beard bitches.
It's not that I don't want to say it. I don't know. I've never seen it. I just don't like the tweets. I've not seen him in the ring.
Our childhood wrestler guy, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know how he is in the ring. I don't know what he's like on the mic. I can't say the guy sucks as a wrestler or a performer until further notice.
Kicks. It's the same style as everybody else. Who cares?
I'll tell you what. Once I've seen a little bit of this guy's stuff, if I think he sucks, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you he sucks. But I gotta watch more of this shit before I can say anything.
What is his character? What makes him better than all these other stars?
I just seen his tweets and I seen his history and I wasn't happy with it. It's disrespectful. I wasn't happy with the fact that he's trying to act like he's some big UFC guy.
You know how I found out about this guy?
How's that?
I saw him in Snake Guy's YTP and I was disturbed at his poses. That's how I found out about him. I think
Snake Guy, he makes.
Oh my God!
He makes poops, right? He's the poop guy, poop master.
Yeah, he's the WWE YTP poop master. Yeah.
All right, let's hope this podcast goes a lot better than the last one that had echo all throughout.
The power of editing can help a lot.
What?
Power editing.
If you just froze up just now, it's perfect for my example of some things can't be edited.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't fix people's internet that sucks.
Yeah.
So that's not.
Internet's the worst in the world.
So, here's the thing. Once again, go ahead and say this. We'll be taking questions. 3 questions will be taken from the comment section every single episode. This is just the beginning episodes. We ain't got no comments because we've not uploaded video yet. So that's why we're not answering questions at the end of this episode. But if you have questions, leave them down the bottom. We will select 3, and we will read them off at the end of every single episode on here, which would be what we'd be doing right now if we had questions to answer. BBT's got plenty of questions on his channel, but they're not even aware of this show. It's a new show. It's going to be a big surprise. So, yeah, this episode was filmed before we told anybody, so that's just the way it kind of goes. So yeah, I hope you guys will subscribe, comment, the whole feedback thing, thumbs up, hit the bell icon to keep up with the alerts. We will be right here again very, very soon. We're trying to make this weekly show. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much for attending. BBT, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I got a message. Matt Riddle, I'm trying to help you, man. Go on eBay, order you a pair of shoes or something, maybe some sandals or something, socks or stuff, and, quit being a real douchebag. That's all I got to say about that. And,
I can't wait. I can't wait till he takes your advice.
So, yeah.
I can't wait till he takes your advice and shows up in the ring in a pair of sandals and some socks.
Stop talking shit about Goldberg.
He gets in there and starts wrestling in a pair of sandals and socks. All right, good.
And quit being a disgusting walking penis. That's all I got to say, you drag queen bitch.
Well, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, you made it to the end. Here's a cookie and some plugs. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and smack that bell icon with your face. Maybe not do that last part. I don't want to get sued. If you like what you've seen here, maybe consider supporting the show on our Patreon at patreon.com/MightyVMedia. Mighty V makes all kinds of content, like this show, Jeffrey Gaggins, and even some gaming guy called Proto something. Lots of extras on Patreon, including unfiltered versions of the show, and one tier even has downloadable .waveform podcasts. It's flippin' great! Anyway, thank you for watching, and stick around right here for more WrestleChumps to come. We love you dearly. Thank ye! Oh yeah, don't forget to visit this chump named Billy Bob Tanley. He does some reactions and crap over on his channel. Get over and subscribe to him and give him some love. Bye!